you will need a light pair of dumbbells. I've got my 2 kgs. 3 kgs will also work for this class, and we're going to start with just a quick warm-up, working through some inchworms. So coming to the edge of our mat, dropping your chin to chest, rolling your spine down, taking that forward fold, head hangs heavy. Hands are just going to walk out to find that plank position, pressing that mat away, pulling that belly up to your spine before we walk those hands back and roll on up to standing. Nice. 2 more like this. Walking those hands out, holding for a second in that plank before you refine that forward fold and rise on up. All right. This next one, we're going to hold in that plank, meeting there. Beautiful. Your left foot just draws out to that left hand. Can you reach that left arm up towards that sky, enjoying that nice extension? Hand comes back, changing it on over, right foot steps in, right hand extends up. Beautiful, we're just stepping that left foot in to meet the right now. Feet externally rotated, knees pressing out, chest rises up, finding that deep sumo squat. Just swaying from side to side here. All right, team, pressing on up. We're going to drive up and find those dumbbells. We're getting straight into the work now. So we're starting off with our left hand side. Your left foot is going to step forward. Our right is just behind it. We're on the ball of that foot. Nice. Dumbbells are facing in towards our legs. Inhaling as we trace those dumbbells down our leg, and exhaling as we rise on up. Awesome. So you're just starting off super simple, working this deadlift, focusing on hinging at the hips to trace those dumbbells down rather than bending through that left leg. That will help activate and switch on through that left working glute here. Nice. Okay, this next time we take that hinge, can we hold? Can you extend that right leg back behind you? Awesome. Foot taps before we rise. Beautiful. Adding that leg extension, team. Really staying low and stabilizing through that left glute at the bottom. Nice work. Checking, once we take that leg extension, is your chest at that 45-degree angle still? Are your shoulders rolled back and down? The weight of that dumbbell isn't pulling us forward. All right, we just got 2 more before we add on. Nice work. 1 more like this. Okay, this next one, can we hinge down and hold? We're taking a curl as that leg extends. 1 press forward with those dumbbells. If it's there, we release the curl as leg draws in, and then we rise. Nice. So lower, curl as we extend, taking that press before we return. If that overhead press feels too much, team, just work that curl and ditch it at the top. Otherwise, you guys are here just for 4 more full reps like this. Seeing if you can hinge a little bit lower at the bottom. Extend that back leg a little bit higher. Beautiful. Just 2 more now. Okay, as a team, last rep, we're gonna hinge down and hold. Can we extend that back leg long? It taps the mat, and as it lifts, we're taking a narrow row. Beautiful. We tap and row. Nice, staying in this hinge. Beautiful. Today is all about time under tension, team. That is how we're gonna get results. So embracing that fatigue through that left glute. Nice. You are here for 4. Nice and slow for 3. 2 on 1. We're sweeping that leg up and holding. Row stays in. We're just lowering that leg an inch and lifting it an inch. We lower and we lift. Beautiful. Just here for 5 before we can step that leg in for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Right leg steps behind that left. Dumbbells up to your shoulders, rolling them back and down. Nice work. Straight into it. We're sinking down to find a single leg squat and pressing up. Beautiful. No rest for the wicked team. We're moving straight into our single leg squat series. Awesome. Just like those deadlifts, most of our weight should be through that front left heel. We're just using that right for a little bit of, for a bit of a stabilizer here. Nice. All right, we're gonna add a knee drive if you're game. This next time as we press up, can you lift your right leg up to tabletop? Nice. We lower and press. Nice work. Focusing on that depth of range here. Seeing how low we can send our bum back and down at the bottom. Just giving me 4 more before we add on. Here for 3, 2, nice work team. Last one, we're finding that squat and holding. Can you step that right leg back to find our lunge? It steps back to find that squat before we press up. So squat, lunge, step back, squat, and drive. Whew. Adding that time that we're hanging down at the bottom of this movement. You guys are looking really good. Focusing on burning out through that left glute and quad. Seeing if you can tap that right knee down on the mat each time we hit the depth of that lunge. You guys are doing so well, just giving me 3 more reps like this. Last 2. All right, last one. We meet at the top in that drive, holding for a second. We're finding that squat as a team. You guys have got it, just working that lunge and that squat step back. Whew. Taking out that little bit of respite at the top. Nice work. Don't lift up now. I'm in this with you. Giving me 5, 4, 3. Nice work, team. 2. On 1, we're stepping that leg back together and holding. Just you and your breath. We're gonna pulse up an inch and hold. Down an inch and hold. Nice. Up an inch, down an inch. Nice and slow, keeping it controlled. Final count before you get to press up for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We can drive on up. Nice work, taking a roll out with those shoulders, punching through that left glute, checking that it's still alive there. We're gonna take a wide step with those legs, come facing me. Toes are gonna be facing forward and your dumbbells are gonna find your chest. Inhaling, we're sinking to find a lateral lunge and then exhale to drive on up. Beautiful. So this is our final set to finish off through this left side, team. As always, taking rest when you need to, but otherwise we really want to be chasing that fatigue, working that time under tension. As we lift up, seeing if you can just lift up to about 90%, keeping a little bit of that weight tracking still through that left glute. Okay, keeping elbows wide. This next time you sink down low, let's hold. We're taking a twist over to the left. We find center before we drive up. Awesome. You guys are doing so well. Staying with me, finishing off this left side, super strong. Just giving me 5 more like this. Right leg stays straight each time we sink down low. Final 3. Awesome. Here for 2. On 1. We're gonna find that lunge and hold together. Just getting to work on that twist. To the left and center. To the left and drawing back. Beautiful. Keeping that bend through the left. Chest stays proud here. Don't let those shoulders roll forward, team. Here for 4. 3. 2. On 1, we return through center together, staying low, pulsing it out. Down an inch, up an inch. Down an inch and up an inch. Nice and slow. You guys have got it. Final count for 5. Then you get to press up for 4. 3. 2. And 1. Driving all the way up. Lovely, lovely work. Come standing over to your other side. Taking a bit of a shimmy out. We've got all that good stuff on that other side. So we're gonna reset those legs. This time right foot comes to the front. We're on the ball of that left foot. Dumbbells are facing in towards those legs. Inhaling, we're hinging at those hips, tracing the dumbbells down our legs, and exhale to drive up. Beautiful. So just working this deadlift, starting off nice and simple on this right hand side. Really focus that mind to muscle connection. Feel that pull through the glutes as we squeeze and trace those dumbbells back up those legs. Just giving me 3 more like this before we add on. Okay, this last one, let's hinge and hold. Can we add that leg extension back behind us? It draws in before we rise on up. Beautiful. You guys know these movements now. You know what's coming. Really just tuning into the body, focusing on that precision and control. I don't want you guys rushing through these movements. Today's class is all about time under tension to build that strength through our lower body. Nice work. Just 3 more like this. Two more before we add that final challenge for this series. All right, adding those arms now. This next time we take that hinge, you're holding there. Bit of a challenge for that balance. We're curling as we extend that leg. You're taking that slow press forward. We release the curl as leg draws in, and we rise all together. Ow, this is sore, team. I'm feeling it too. Reminder to take breaks whenever you need to. Tap that right glute out. Join back in when you feel ready. But you guys are so much stronger than you think. Nice work. Just giving me 3 more full reps like this. Last 2 reps. Awesome. We're gonna go move through this for one last full and final time. Meeting at the top of our movement once you've completed it. Okay, as a team, let's hinge down and hold in that hinge. Beautiful. We're extending that right leg long. As we lift it, we're taking that row. Lowers, toe taps. Beautiful. Just working this row and leg lift. Really focusing on digging that right heel down into your mat. Focusing on a point in front of us to stabilize our balance. You guys are here for 5, for 4, 3, beautiful, 2, on 1, we're lifting and we're holding there. Final push, we're lowering that leg an inch and lifting it an inch. Nice, we lower, we lift, you guys have got it. Final count now for 4, 3, 2, and on 1 we drive on up. Whew. Taking a little reset at the top, team. That left foot is stepping just behind that right now. Dumbbells come to our shoulders. Beautiful. Inhaling, we're sinking down low, and exhale to take that drive. Awesome. Straight into the single leg squats. You guys have got it. We're gonna be finishing off this right side with a bang. Chasing that fatigue, seeing how low we can sink down in the squat now. Sending that tailbone back behind you. Keeping those hips square towards the front of the mat. So you might need to think about just nudging that right hip back and down. Awesome, we're adding that knee drive. We're driving that knee as we rise to stand. Nice. You're here for 5, 4, nice. Next layer's coming in 3, 2, awesome. Okay, we're sinking down, holding in the single leg squat. Taking that step back, lunge, we step in before we drive. Awesome, team. We're adding that time under tension now. Staying as low as you can through these squats and those lunges. Beautiful. Are we still tapping that left knee down on that mat each time in that lunge? Nice. Is our chest still at this 45-degree angle? That will help keep that load and keep that fire through that right working glute. Nice work, team. You're just giving me 3 more like this. Yes, you can. Final 2. Okay, last full rep. We meet at the top in that drive. As a team, dumbbells are gonna come to your shoulders. We're all gonna sink down into that squat. Just working that step back and in. Beautiful. Whew. Stay in low. Don't lift up now. You guys are so close. Here for 5, for 4, 3, nice work. 2, on 1, we're stepping back and holding. Pulsing up an inch, down an inch, nice and slow. Up an inch, down an inch. Tiny movements, team. Focusing on that connection. Final count for 5, 4, 3, nice work for 2, on 1, let's drive it all the way up. Taking that tap out with that right glute, shimmy out through those legs. We're taking that wide step out with those feet. Toes are pointing forward, dumbbells come to our chest. Let's finish off this right hand side strong together. We're sinking down towards the right hand side this time before pressing on up. Nice. Just starting with this simple lateral lunge. Nice work. Hips hinge back as chest tilts forward, making sure those shoulders aren't rounding forward with the weight of those dumbbells, team. You guys have absolutely smashed this workout. We are so close now. Just give me 3 more before we add on. Awesome, this next one, let's hold down low. We're adding that twist to the right. Move through center before we press. Beautiful, we're adding this rotation at the bottom, opening those shoulders over and across. Each time we press up, can you think about driving your weight through that right heel? Awesome, just give me 3 more like this. Can you sink a little bit lower for these last 2? Okay, on this last one, let's all find that lunge and hold together. Just getting to work on that twist. And center, nice, staying low. You guys have got it for 4, 3, nice, for 2. On 1, we're returning through center, but you're staying low. Just working that slow pulse down and up. Down and up, nice work. I'm right here with you for 4, 3, 2, and on 1, we're driving everything up. Lovely work. Bringing those feet in, taking that wiggle out again. All right, we've got one final finisher of class, I promise. So your feet are gonna find, just wider than hip distance apart. Feet are externally rotated and your dumbbells are gonna re-find your shoulders. Beautiful. Inhale, we're sinking down low to find that sumo squat. Exhale to press up. So just working the squat here. Beautiful. Little bit of a heart rate booster to finish off with these legs with a bang, team. Nice work. I love a finisher. We can just pour every last bit of our energy into this. Okay, as always, we're gonna add those layers. So this next time, can you sink down low and hold? We're gonna add 2 punches at the bottom, then driving on up. Nice. 2 punches and drive. This is our little combo. Beautiful. If you're feeling strong, team, don't be shy to speed this movement up. Nice. Holding low in that squat as we take those punches. We got one final challenge if you're game for it. This next time, as we drive up, can you take a heel lift? Nice. It lowers as we sink to that lunge. Awesome, that rise up when you think about being explosive, being powerful. Nice, we're all so strong. Just giving me 5 like this. Here for 4, 3, final 2. All right, we're driving up. We're meeting at the bottom. Finishing this off, just working those punches. Here for 5, 4, 3, On one, those dumbbells come to your chest. They come to your chest, beautiful. Pulsing it out, down an inch and up an inch. Final push, staying low, sending those knees nice and wide. In that squat here for 5. Then you guys are all done for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Driving everything up. Lovely work. Your dumbbells can drop down. Taking a well-deserved forward fold. Inhale, breath. Circling those arms nice and wide. Gaze lifts, arching through that back. And exhale, refinding that forward fold there. Letting that chest and head hang heavy. You can grab those elbows, just nodding your chin, yes. Shaking it, no. Nice, we've just got a couple stretches to finish class if you have time. We're gonna step that right leg back. Beautiful. Right knee comes down. Beautiful. Your left elbow's gonna sink down low to touch that mat, deepening that stretch through that hip. And as we exhale, we're opening it back up. Nice, 2 more like this. Elbow touches, and then we lift and extend. 1 more. We touch, and then twist it out. Beautiful, you're just gonna bring that left shin across the mat, finding that pigeon pose now. Either staying high here, or you can just walk those hands forward, deepening that stretch for that hip. So team, it was a little bit of a different class today, but I'm keen to get your feedback. Did you like the little bit of a switch up, or did you not like it? I'm always keen to hear your guys' feedback, what you want to see more of. So don't be afraid to comment or send me a message on Instagram. Beautiful. Just swapping it on over now. That right foot can come out to that right hand, dropping that left heel, dropping that right elbow before we exhale and reach it up. Nice. 2 more. Elbow drops. And then we lift and reach. 1 more. Taking that full twist and extension. Hand comes back down before we draw that shin across to find your pigeon. Walking those hands forward. Nice work. When you're ready, we're swiveling over to face me, just finishing with 1 straddle stretch. So sending those legs nice and wide here, and just carefully walking those hands forward, dropping that chest down throughout the center. Just taking a few deep belly breaths here. Inhaling through our nose. Feel your belly, sides and rib cage expand, and then exhale, forward fold. 1 more, inhale. Lungs fill up, and exhale to pull forward. Nice, when you're ready, just carefully walking those hands back. Find any seated position that feels good for you, team. As always, we're gonna finish off with 1 last deep inhale breath. So inhale, we're sweeping those arms up, letting those lungs fill up. And then as you exhale, sweeping them all the way back down. That is you done for your day 12 of the 30-day challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed today's lower body session, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much.